Welcome everyone to another video, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at a solo that I didn't think was going to be possible, given how short of a time period it was, how much RNG you actually need to get this completed, and the fact that you need 6 Psystrike Mewtwo's. Psystrike Mewtwo is only available for a very short period of time, and not only do you need 6, you need 6 fairly high IV ones to hit the attack breakpoint and as well have the bulk point in order to survive against Blaziken if you actually could. So what are some of the numbers to support why this is so special? So Blaziken was a tier 4 raid boss, had 9,000 HP. That means you need 50 DPS on average to defeat Blaziken. That's with no relobbying. And you need 1500 TDO, which means you need to do 1500 damage per Mewtwo. So when we take a look at Pokebattler, it's a little difficult to see here, but basically Pokebattler says it's on average a 189 time to win, which makes it difficult. But what makes it more challenging than in other estimates is that they also estimate over 6 feints per Blaziken, which means that not only do you have to worry about DPS, but you also have to worry about survivability. When you worry about survivability, that means you're gonna be doing less DPS because there might be chances in times that you need to dodge, or you need incredible RNG. So both those play into factors in consideration that make it really difficult. And when we take a look at GamePress's numbers, they show a DPS for Blaziken using Counter and Blaziken, which is the successful solo, in windy weather, using Confusion and Psystrike to be 51.602. And that's not taking consideration like fainting and other factors. So this is going to be a very difficult solo. And yeah, I was kind of shocked when I actually saw the video being sent to me. So let's actually dive a little bit further into the analysis. So I have Pokebattler.com, and we take a look at the simulation. Windy weather, no friendship boost, using Confusion, Psystrike against Counter and Blaziken, and you'll see that the time to win is 187. So this particular sim is 187 as opposed to 189, with over 6 feints, and you'll see that you feint in 170 seconds, which is well below the 187 seconds. And when we take a look at each of these individual Mewtwo's, you'll see that they do 1,357 damage and 48.6 DP, 1,263, 47.5, 1,567, and 51.35 DPS. And you'll see that it goes up and down, but for the most part, they're actually below 50 DPS. And when we take a look at the actual numbers, you'll see each Confusion does 47 damage and generates 15 energy, and each counter gives you 3 additional energy, and then then you get another 15 energy from the Confusions. And you'll see each Blaze Kick gives you, looks like 33 energy, and you'll see each Psystrike gives you 210 damage. So if we were to take those numbers, so on average you're doing about 2.5 Confusions. 3 Confusions give you 45 energy, which is short of the 50 energy you need to do a Psystrike. But Blaze Kick's going to give you 33 energy. Each counter is going to give you 3. So roughly, on average, you're going to be doing 2.5 Confusions for each Psystrike. And that's assuming like perfect cycles where you don't lose any Psystrikes. And you're less likely to lose Psystrike compared to most charge moves because the damage window applies very early. But Blaze Kick is actually even sooner than Psystrike. So that means taking consideration those factors, each Confusion doing roughly 50 times 2.5 is about 125, 115 once you normalize for it, plus each Psystrike being 210. So you're looking at 330 ish per cycle. That means that you need to do 27 to 28 Psystrikes needed in order to beat Blaziken, which is a very difficult task to do, given that Blaze Kick is a 3-bar move, which means it's more likely to spam and have back-to-back and have multiple. and it makes this a very extremely difficult solo to do in a relatively short period of time. And Confusion is a very slow move, so a lot of things have to go right in order to actually do this. So taking consideration that we need to do 27 to 28 side strikes, let's all go ahead and actually take a look at the battle. This is MJK151. Check him out on YouTube. I'm going to include a link in the description. He has a lot of really great solos. One of those legendary solo raiders who does a lot of really cool stuff. So basically, you'll see that does confusions. These counters are not doing very much damage because Mewtwo does resist, and there's the first side strike. But you'll see how ridiculous Blaziken is. So there's 2, there's 3, and then should be able to land one more. There's another Blaziken, and then here comes the side strike right before the Blaziken. So able to land 4 side strikes on the first Mewtwo, and then here comes the first side strike on the second Mewtwo, followed by the third one. By the second one. Then here comes the third side strike. And you'll see side strike is actually one of the reasons why this is actually even possible, even fathomable from before, because side strike is such a powerful move, such a big upgrade from Psychic, from the old Psychic at least. And you'll see that five side strikes from the second Mewtwo. And you want each Mewtwo to last about 30 seconds, and you'll see that we're definitely way behind in that schedule. And then here's the third side strike, and should be able to land one more. And then there's the fourth side strike, and you'll see that the third Mewtwo goes down, and it's not even in the yellow yet. And so not a really good sign, but definitely behind in terms of health as projected. Does flip it at the 91-second mark. Which is a very good sign, and we'll see that. I think that's the third side strike from this fourth Mewtwo, followed by the fourth one, or maybe that's the fifth one, can't tell. And actually loses his side strike, which is actually absolutely critical. Would have been in a really good position if it actually landed that side strike, because it would have been at 4-5-4, would have been on pace to hit that 27 magic number. But now is behind in health and maybe not in so much DPS, because it's going to be able to hit this this side strike and actually flip it at 50 seconds. But is on its last Mewtwo with 48 seconds to go. Needs to get rid of 1/4 of the health, and watch this absolutely incredible RNG run. And you'll see, okay, there's side strike, there's a Blaziken, and then you'll see how many counters in the row. So that's 1 counter, that's 2 counters, that's 3 counters, that's 4 counters, there's 5, I'm probably losing track, and then you'll see this endless side strikes. It actually is going to be possible, and then you'll see one more Blaziken and one more counter, and this was not a Blaziken, definitely would have lost. Finishes it off with 7 side strikes on the 6th and final Mewtwo. Pulls off one of the most impossible solos to date, and he actually did this on the very first try. I honestly didn't think that this was going to be possible, but absolutely amazing. Really fun to see, really fun to break down how difficult of a solo this was going to be. But you should definitely check him out on YouTube. He posts a lot of really great solos and challenges, and someone that you should definitely pick up a few tips from if you watch his videos. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you, MJK, for sending me this video and allowing me to do this analysis on this really fun solo. If you like this video, you want to see more videos like this, or you want me to cover any other amazing solos, amazing duos, amazing trios, let me know down in the comment section below, and I'll see everyone in the next video.